Hey guys, it's Ardenstone. Um, I just wanted to do a summary of the Destiny Into the Light livestream number 2, developer livestream number 2. Um, so far, it looks like they're making some really good decisions. This livestream was about the the arsenal, the Brave Arsenal. They call it the Brave Arsenal. Um, so it's basically like all the weapons that they're going to be bringing with the onslaught activity. Um, let's go through this. Um, This isn't going to be a very long video because there's not a whole lot to talk about. There's some about basically it was this whole live stream was all about their weapons. They did mention there's going to be some new stuff here related to. Let's go in here. Um,
to Destiny history. Yep. All right, we're now on screen. Yeah, we've got Kelsey on screen
so
here. We got Sweepy Bot, and this is
the activity itself, I guess there's going to be like this area where we get to kind of go and collect our rewards from doing Onslaught. It's going to be similar to the 30th anniversary, sort of. There was like that area where you would go and talk to Zur and the horse, and you could collect your rewards from the treasure chests that were there. So they're going to be doing something very similar to that with this activity. And they were doing a little joke around here where it's like you can go into this spot right here where it shows all their seasonal um, like seasonal um, I don't know, basically like their storage location for all their seasonal decor
actually
and
the
and
lead up
stuff.
to the Hall of Champions.
It's like there's
This
the
is going to be
Halloween stuff, and then they've got
yeah,
snow
this is an
and
off season for a lot of the holiday events.
Yeah.
like a holiday storage basically,
And yeah,
which is kind of funny.
there's some greenery.
This is interesting. All right, so we found a bit of the storage room.
And then
so he's carved out space maybe that has been hiding in plain view potentially for other sweeper bots or
there's like
around the tower.
she eventually walks into this room here.
There's some stuff from
She keeps going.
Onslaught, this ADU.
Oh,
So
that's
onslaught
Right.
storage.
Eternity.
So then there's this room here that
Anniversary.
is like
Shax has kind of set this space.
this room is like the area where we're gonna be, where we're gonna be collecting all this stuff. And there's these holographic shaxes around the room. These actually are used to attune to specific weapons. You'll be able to go over and walk up to them, and they show that a little bit later in the stream. But you'll be able to go up and walk up and like actually activate an attunement for a specific weapon that can drop from the activity. I think you can do multiple at the same time. Um, and then there are some treasure chests.
The side forest and into the light, where all your armor, your weapons, your rewards. This is going to be your home base for into the light.
Excellent. Awesome.
Just gonna
All right, well,
walk up
Kelsey,
here.
Can you go ahead and show us a little bit? We're going to go ahead and walk up here. We see a whole bevy of chests actually. Let's go ahead and start there. What are we looking at, and how do we go ahead and start cracking these open rather?
Yeah, so as you can see, this
I'm actually going to pause it. So each one of these areas, like she's standing on the Titan, um, area. So there's like the one past her on the other side of this chest, or sorry, past the chest that's right in front of her. And then one second. Um, so there is this one. Then there's the one in the middle, which is right in front of her, past this chest, which is the Warlock. I think Warlock or Hunter. And then the one further, like furthest down the line, is whichever one it is. It's either the Warlock or the Hunter. And so you'll be able to open these chests as you progress through the activity. And there's basically it's an armor. It's kind of like the 30th anniversary in the way that they did it, where you would open each chest drops a specific piece of armor. As you can see from the symbols here, there is the helmet. I think that's the. I want to say that one is the class item, and then they got like gloves, and then on the sides I think there's like the chest and or this could be chest here, but the chest and the legs on the opposite side. So as long as you complete enough of the activity, you'll be able to eventually open all these chests just like you did in the 30th anniversary. And then
space is just full of chests.
They show you that for the hunter they show the set for the hunter. I don't know what the Titan. They didn't show the Titan or the Warlock. personally, I'm not like the biggest fan of this. They were saying that it's basically like the it's like a spin-off from the original Hunter outfit from when the game launched, Destiny 2 launched. They call it the Parade armor or something. I forget what exactly it's called because I haven't seen that. I haven't even used that armor in so long. I don't even remember the name. But the this is supposed to be a spin-off. I'm not too fond of it. It doesn't look that great to me. I'm not really going to be concerned myself too much with that. But the weapon arsenal is really cool, and that's what I'll be getting into in a minute here. So let's go down. So then they keep talking, and there's another spot here where I think she walked all the way down, yeah, to where Shaxx was. Let's go back here. So she walks up to Shaxx
folks out there, we have the
on the
Hunter
other
unit.
side.
Can we check out the armor set one more time?
Yeah.
So Shaxx is like at the end of that hallway, down at the end, the actual real Shaxx. All those other ones were just like holograms. And so the real Shaxx is a vendor. You can get rewards for doing the activities similar to the way that Xur was. This little guy over here on the side, he's also a vendor that you can get activity rewards from. And then on the left side, there's a chest over here that we're gonna go skip that part. So on the left side,
And is that our site over there as well?
Yes, that is our site.
oh yeah, they're gonna go over there and do that. But and then there's this right here. So there's a chest. I wanted to get just the right angle, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that without. Yeah, it's gonna skip. So there's a chest right here on the left side that's like where you're gonna be able to get weapons, and then I can't remember if there was something over here on the right next to that chest, but this is where you'll be able to get you'll be able to earn weapon rewards here as well. And it's just
grinding out weapons. So those
oh yeah,
trophies that you'll be collecting.
There is
with
a chest.
Shaxx, you can just keep redeeming them here, and you'll be able to get all your.
yeah. If you get trophies, you'll be able to
and this one
redeem them there.
is we're bringing back the Gift of the Thunder Gods. So if you need to catch up on your power level to make sure that you're like ready to hop right in, that's something you can do as well.
Gift of the Thunder
That's
Gods.
right. And honestly, it's again, as a reminder, this is available to all players, and so if you've got any friends that maybe aren't quite at that powerful cap,
So it's pretty cool. Like anybody can use this. New players, old players, and then they go into the details of the vendors. I think this is the Shaxx. It's trying to load. Okay. So he's going to have these different rewards, similar to any other vendor. I mean, nothing that's that special. But if you earn ranks, obviously you're going to have to play a bunch because that's how this game is. You got to play a buttload to get all the way through, to get all the rewards. And this is I forget if they hovered over it enough to see the reward.
With him, you're
Let's see.
and get all this cool stuff. One thing in particular I want to point out.
So rank 17. So yeah, you're gonna have to play quite a bit, but you get to rank 17 and then you'll be able to get this alpha key, super black key alpha. I guess they're bringing back a super black shader, and so that'll give you the ability to unlock the super black shader if you've completed rank 17, which is kind of cool.
Interesting.
This key.
And then they have like other rewards here.
What I'm seeing over there,
These are the trophies, I think, the 10, 30, 40, 20.
I wonder where that goes.
So maybe people that are D1 vets potentially from back.
These, okay, it looks to me like these are the actual ways that you can open the chests. Yeah, it's like you come in here and you get a rank, you get this, you get that, you get that. You can go open the chests, and then these are the ones for the weapons. That's exactly probably what it is. They didn't say that, but.
Interesting.
This key.
A super black key. Is that what I'm seeing over there, Kelsey?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and I wonder where that goes.
So maybe people that are D1 vets potentially from back in the day might remember this. Is this what's this symbiote we're looking back here?
Yeah, right now it's pretty powerful. It's in containment, but if you keep playing into the light, you'll be able to get access to the keys you need to unlock this.
The keys?
The shader.
I hope there's not more than one. Oh God, please, the key. There should be key. We don't want to have to do that twice or more than once. Jeez, rank 17 is enough. Come on. That's a lot of grinding.
All right. So obviously, too, yes, as a reminder, heads up to everyone back. There's probably some song lyrics to go along with that.
And it's got the super black shader, which is pretty cool. I'll be trying to get that.
Chad, how do you feel? Come on. It does not get much better than that.
And I think they go and
All right.
Yeah.
look at the other vendor, too.
Going to be there to help us get rewards. In addition to the Brave Arsenal and the armor, Super Black is waiting for us. So tell us a little bit about Arsight as well. Actually, I'm not sure if many people in the chat know about him. He's usually lived in lore entries, but let's go ahead and get a look and see what we're going to be working with him on.
Yeah. So our site has a lot of
Oh yeah,
quests
our
for
site.
us.
He's gonna be like the horse, basically. He's gonna have these additional quests, additional bounties, and then some additional reward, which I don't think she hovers over this. But you can do the quests for specific things here, and then the bounties. It's very similar to the 30th anniversary. It's like they took the 30th anniversary structure and then they just kind of recreated it with this activity, effectively. I mean, it's so you can probably expect similar things that you got, that you know, similar bounties to the to the you know, the 30th anniversary activity that you would get from the horse. I'm guessing there's going to be certain things. I don't know if there's going to be things where you have to do certain yeah, you might have to do certain things where you get a number of points. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think they hovered over it at all. But my guess is they're going to probably be not super trivial. They're probably going to require some work, and everything. The quests, I feel like she hovers over
Pretty interesting
one of
things,
these.
in my opinion, with some of the quests you can pick up from our site. They're going to unlock a couple things. They also have very
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so complete one of the following objectives. Defeat combatants with precision damage using scout rifles anywhere in the system. Bonus progress granted in Onslaught. Interesting. They're going to let you do that anywhere. They're not going to, it doesn't have to be an Onslaught. Or defeat combatants in Vanguard Ops activities using scout rifles, earning bonus progress for higher difficulty nightfalls. That's kind of interesting. They're going to let you do that stuff in any, you know, in different activities. That's kind of cool. You don't have to be an Onslaught. But I bet the bounties you do. They probably require the bounties to be an Onslaught.
So for every single weapon that we're going to be talking about today, there's a corresponding quest.
Oh.
Once you've completed the quest for that weapon, you're going to be able to unlock access to that weapon dropping as rewards.
Oh, so you have to do the quest to get the weapon as a reward. Okay. So if you want that Midnight Coup, you got to go and get this quest first. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting your time. Very important, it seems like. I'm going to be doing all the quests. I want to get all these guns for this activity. This is a pretty sweet activity. This is like one of the best activities since the 30th anniversary came out. I did all the 30th anniversary. I did as much as I could. I got all the rewards almost. I think there was like one that I didn't get, but I wanted that rock ship or that asteroid ship or whatever, and I actually burned myself out on that activity, but I played it so many hours when it first came out.
Completing these quests, you're going to get a guaranteed, curated copy of these limited edition weapons.
Excellent.
Which I'm happy to show because they look rad. And you'll unlock attunement, which is something I can talk about in a second.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's take a look at some of these.
Unlock attunement, yeah. Attunement allows you to go and talk to the statues and.
I get a hunch that chat obviously is getting a little excited, but I know.
Attunement is like, so you can go in and you can basically effectively get more of a deterministic way to earn the reward, because it will allow that item to be dropped more often because you're attuned to it.
So excited. The mountaintop has returned.
The mountaintop.
So this is a quick look at the mountaintop. Obviously, Chris, we're going to dive in more with the whole.
They added new perks. Basically, they've done new perks for some of these. Brought back some of these. They brought back all of a bunch of different items or weapons that were used previously in the game, and they've kind of changed them a little bit, slightly, like moved some perks around or completely reworked perks, or just gave them new perks. Let's go move to the next one here. They have the Recluse. They have the Edge Transit. The Hammerhead, which Hammerhead I think is really, really cool. I think this one's going to be really popular for Season 4, mainly because, I mean, it's perks that they have. They don't hover over it right here, I don't think, but they talked about it a little bit later. It's got, Killing Tally or something like that, and then, like, Rampage. So, I mean, this thing could do some good damage, and, excuse me, what I'm hoping for is that in season 4, sorry, season 4. I don't know why I said season 4. What I'm hoping for is that in season like 22 or whatever this is, the next and the final shape or whatever, whenever this comes out, I'm hoping they do an artifact that has. Well, sorry, these are coming out on April 9th, but whenever final shape comes out and they do the next season, I'm hoping that they do some kind of artifact perk where you get a like something that has to do with machine guns, because I think this gun is going to be really popular if they do that for boss killer. It'll probably be really good. Um, but we'll see. I don't know if they're going to do that. And then they had the sword, falling guillotine. They had got that, got that, got that. They have they brought back let's see. I know they go through more of them, but they brought back they do like a play clip where he starts to play with them, and then he goes into they have the sniper rifle. Here it is. So Succession is coming back, sniper rifle. I think that right before this he goes over the come on, where is it? He goes over the no, not mountaintop.
Rise by Blast Furnace in the
Oh yeah, Blast Furnace. So Blast Furnace is coming back.
Let's go ahead and just kind of walk through these.
But again, these have like new perks. This one's gonna something called Last Stand, and I think that in Indomitability these are gonna be new. But Last Stand, actually, what they said in the developer video is that Last Stand is not the actual name that's gonna be in the release version of the game. They were calling it Last Stand in here, but I think they changed the name. Hung Jury is gonna be there. Midnight Coup, and yeah, Midnight Coup is the one I want.
Hung Jury I see next as well.
I mean, I want all of them, but Midnight Coup is the one I'm really excited
Blast
about.
Furnace, Hung Jury,
Jury returns as well.
Session.
For anyone that hasn't had a chance to dive into the Deepstone Crypt, they can get their hands on a raid weapon as well.
Yeah, I should just touch on Succession. And there's,
Yeah, please.
Forbearance in there as well. But these are fairly recent weapons, but they are, by default, you have to own the release that those raids came out in, so you have to own Beyond Light.
Yeah, see, he makes a good point. It's like if you don't have the raid or the content for some of these weapons previously, you wouldn't be able to get them if you didn't have that, if you didn't purchase that, if you didn't make that purchase for that expansion or whatever. And this one came from the Deepstone Crypt. So it's like if you didn't have that content, you didn't pay for it, you wouldn't be able to get this weapon. But now, because they're doing this and it's available to everybody, you'll be able to get this weapon, and even if you didn't have that content, you didn't pay for it, and which is really cool. And the Midnight Coup is one of those things where like you could get that one if you paid for the original game. So everybody would technically have access to that. But Midnight Coup isn't this Succession, I think, is more of a weapon where the original one you could continue to use right now. It's not a legacy weapon, I don't think, but Midnight Coup is a legacy weapon at the moment. So I still have mine sitting in my vault, but I don't use it because it can't be upgraded above 1600 power level or whatever. It's only really usable in like Crucible or something. So for them to bring that back, it's super exciting for me because that was my favorite hand cannon. It's just amazing. They said in the video here, this live stream, that Midnight Coup has the highest. I play with a controller, and Midnight Coup apparently has the highest level of aim assist in it, which is funny because I don't necessarily care too much about, I mean, I think aim assist, for me, I like aim assist as a controller player because it helps, because I have like a twitchy thumb sometimes that just doesn't, sometimes I'll just do things that I want it to do, but I don't play with mouse and keyboard, so I feel like the aim assist sort of helps the controller players really kind of stay competitive with the PC players, because when you play with mouse and keyboard, it's like most of those people are going to be way better and more accurate no matter what. So it's nice to be able to have something that actually, does have a really good aim assist on it. And they had, so let's keep going here. I think, here's Midnight Coup. Favorite weapon. God, I absolutely love this. Now, they said that every one of these weapons is going to be able to drop as a, drop as like an upgraded version, where they, I can't remember what they called it exactly. Let me see. It is effectively gives the weapon an ornament that can only be used on that weapon, or any of the weapons that are also upgraded. I think you can. They're all going to have that ability to have that ornament. It'll already be on it. You can take the ornament and deactivate it, and then you can, or remove it, I guess, and then you can apply a shader. But you can't have the ornament on it while also having a shader changing that ornament. The ornament won't change if you apply a shader. And I'm going to go to one of the ones that has it. I think this one is one. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this one is one of the ones that has it. But I could be wrong. Let me just make sure. I know they showed one that does have it. I think it was the. In fact, we'll go ahead because I know they talk about it at some point. Let's go. Oh yeah, they brought back this one too. So Luna's Howl is coming back, and then Forbearance. Forbearance is coming back too. So those are, I think, the majority of all the weapons are there. So now this is where they talk about it right here. So we're gonna go in here, and we're gonna hit play.
Ultimate, I was there. As you go
Yeah.
ahead and begin your
Let's go back here.
Yeah. That looks so good with that ornament on there.
So here it is.
Was that a limited edition ornament?
Limited edition is, they're just calling it limited edition.
Look at the.
Oh, let's take a look.
So their limited edition versions are gonna
Ultimate, I was there.
have the
Go ahead and begin your
mostly
showdown
gold
with the witness
up
with the
front
Bible
and then
Bible.
kind of
Just
fading.
have to have one of these sitting on your hip, obviously, to go ahead and make a statement the moment you walk into the room.
Yeah, and this one is the.
Looks like the stripes might be also
the
more special for the limited
the
edition.
Limited edition variants do have
Double perk up? That's right. Yeah.
Wait, what was that? He said something about double perks,
The
but
moment you walk into the room.
Yeah, and this one is the curated version. The natural drops of the
Oh.
limited edition variants.
so this is the curated version, and so yeah, that's right. I remember them talking about this in the video. So basically, when you do get one of these in the real game, like, and you actually get one that's not a curated drop, you will be getting double perks on it. So you'll probably have more of a selection of the things that you want to pick from, and you can actually, like, make the weapon more what you want it to be. So that's really exciting. The limited editions get the double perks.
You have
Double perk up? That's right. Yeah. Excellent.
Like, here's
of
another
course,
version of
our beloved
limited
Edge
edition.
Transit.
Yeah,
Couldn't keep it away if we wanted to.
when we were looking at the fan
There's one with the double perks. So there's the double perk option. This one probably was an actual natural drop.
wanted to bring forward some of the strongest weapons from Forsaken.
Yeah.
He has like fond memories of
Edge Transit, that looks
Master
really
Raid
cool.
Bosses with Edge Transit.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. There's amazing memes associated with this weapon.
Yeah.
We actually brought it forward as one of the strongest heavy ammo grenade launchers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we were talking about that earlier. You're saying this one just hits like an absolute ton of bricks now.
Oh yeah, you can see some of the perks there. It's
So this is going to be probably really popular for that,
This is looking pretty good. This
for
is one that
the
obviously find a home in my
for
life,
the heavy
my board
activities.
specifically, but I'm also picky about that kind of thing.
yeah, that's
to
right.
roll with sword luck.
Seemed like a great.
And then he goes through and
And
he
of
plays.
course, we're also joined by
Oh yeah, Hammerhead.
the Hammerhead. Hammerhead, honestly, it's as long as you're dipping your toe into the world of the Black Armory, this is obviously one that has to come forward.
Everyone's favorite legendary machine gun.
Yeah, seriously.
You can't go past it.
It just, from the sound to the rate of fire, everything about it just is one that lives on in my memories and my dream journals, honestly, at this point. This is looking fantastic. All right, so we have a whole cast of characters. Now, Tom, you've got some loadouts set up. You've got some...
He's just going to go through and play with these things now at this point, and he kind of goes over the and of course, I mean, like, they all look and feel or sound great. It's exciting.
About what we're getting from Onslaught.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chests. in
But
there,
mostly at this
and
point, they
every
kind of
single
just go
chest
over
has
some
a
of the
weapon
stuff.
in it,
They show it.
And all of those chests can react to attunement. So if you attune to a weapon, anytime you see a chest, it's going to happen. So
Excellent.
Yeah, this is
every
that,
wave,
forbearance.
every set, not every wave. That'd be
Very
crazy.
nice.
Every set, there's a chest with a weapon in it. If you do it at higher difficulty, there are about
Yeah, so
1,000 targets.
if you do onslaught, they're explaining, if you do onslaught, every 10 waves of enemies, I think as they call it, a set, every set they will reward you with a chest, and when you get to the higher difficulties, it's going to reward like 2 chests, and so you'll be able to get more weapon rewards. Well, you'll get weapon rewards every time, potentially every time you open those chests, and so that's where, from what I understand.
Anytime you see a chest, it's going to happen. So
Excellent.
every set, not every wave, that'd be crazy. Every set, there's a chest with a weapon in it. If you do it at higher difficulty, there are 2 chests. They both have weapons in them.
Weapons.
And if you keep the ADU alive throughout the entirety of Onslaught, there's another bonus chest available. So you can get a lot. If
So you can get a
just keep yourself kicking.
Bonus chest at the end. You can get another weapon. So yeah, if you want to get these weapons, you gotta farm Onslaught. You gotta get as much of the chests as you can. You gotta try to get the bonus chests at the end. That's your goal. But yeah, they go through the guy basically goes and plays some of the different lost sectors and kills enemies with all the different variations of the weapons that are available now.
I heard you guys mention briefly curated roles as well, because kind of like a part of the quest process, was it, with Shaxx, or our site rather?
With our site, yes.
Thank you. That's right. So is this one that you guys have set up where it's like this is the go-to role? This is from our opinion, like one of our favorites, or what was the process of kind of building those curated roles?
Yeah, we try to deliver something which is like an extremely good role, not necessarily the single perfect role, because we want you to have a reason to go in and get excited for those drops.
Yeah.
But like we would say, they're a 70-80% god roll.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the curated roles are going to be good,
And
but
also,
not
too,
the
is
best,
remember,
obviously.
we're getting 100 more vault slots once the final shape
Oh, yeah.
comes out, so go ahead and just farm.
So yeah, they did say they're gonna increase the vault size to 700. They're gonna go 100 more. So that's good to hear. At least my vault was almost maxed out. I had to go do a clean out of a bunch of items. Now I'm down to like 300 and something, 390 or something. So I was able to get rid of almost 200 items I didn't really need.
Farm away. Now's the time. Sorry, Kelsey, were you going to say something more?
Yeah, we also just wanted to make sure people weren't completely at the mercy of RNG when it comes to getting these limited edition variants. So if you log in, you do those quests at our site, you can get one guaranteed copy of a limited edition of each weapon with that curated role.
Oh, those are for the limited edition.
Again,
Okay, interesting.
Obviously, Tom is
So you can do the quests for the limited edition
so
versions.
The origin trait, we just got another question about actually. So for the folks at home, it's indomitability, or?
That's cool.
Thank you. All right. And
Couple
that
new
one,
perks.
Can you again walk through that origin trait for us one more time?
And yeah.
So on Final Blows, it grants you grenade energy if you're running a light subclass.
Oh, here we go. We got it on screen.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, which would be Arc Void or Solo, or melee energy if you're running a dark.
Final Blows grant grenade energy when playing a light subclass or melee energy when playing a darkness subclass. Both of those are pretty good. I mean, like, I play a light subclass most of the time, so I'm always going to be getting the grenade energy. It's okay for me because I actually really like this. Because Final Blows, I mean, like, that's really cool. If my Midnight Coup has that, I'm going to be kind of happy because, and I think that's what I think Indomitability comes on all these weapons. But basically, it's like, I'm going to be, killing people with that weapon, recharging my grenade, and then throwing out my grenade as much as possible, and I can go, and I can basically stealth when I get a kill with my grenade. So it's really nice to be able to go invis all the time with that. I would prefer if the melee was the thing that you would get. I personally actually would just prefer melee. I kind of wish they would just go like no light, no dark, just go. It gives melee energy. But some people really like their grenades, so there's got to be like that balance between giving something, because if you said it was only one thing, you're only going to get melee energy. That might make it like a detriment for other people who potentially just all they want is the grenade. But yeah, I don't really personally like the dark subclasses that much. Strand I think is really cool, but as a hunter, I don't know why I always like playing Void because I like being able to go invisible and stuff and kind of act as the support for my team and be able to pick up people if they die and not have to worry about getting shot. And I can go invis and I can hold points whenever you need to do something like where there's a circle involved. I can just go invis and stand there and nobody even attacks me. Especially good for, I mean, when I do Grandmasters, I've done every Grandmaster, well, so back in it was probably about a year ago, during the Witch Queen, my friends and I, we did every Grandmaster there was, and we got the Conqueror title, but and I still use the Conqueror title always now because of that. I love it, but the Grandmasters kind of became a little bit more trivial once you start using, like, once you have at least one hunter with Omnioculus and you spec into more more melee energy, basically to get your smoke grenade back or your smoke bomb back, and then you always want to make sure that you have like a class ability or melee ability regeneration on your class item. But like I can go invis multiple times, and then I can essentially just pick people up or just hide or run around, and then anytime you go and you smoke yourself, you dodge away from an enemy, you get your melee back. Now you got your second one. You already had two, so it's like you can go invis two times, you can dodge, you can get it back again, go invis again for a third time, and then you can. By that time, if you haven't used them too close together, by that time you probably already have your melee almost back already at that point, your melee ability, so you can smoke again. And so it's just it's a great thing for the really difficult grandmasters, especially like the one uh, what is it called? Forget what it's called. But it's in the throne. It's in the Dreaming City. I can't remember what the name of it is right now. But this was a build that I saw online, and at some point I'm like, this is such a great build. This is what I'm going to be playing all the time. And I just kind of fine tuned it to the way I like it. It's a great thing. But I know for raiding and stuff, it's not as important. Sometimes it is if you're trying to raid. Like my buddies and I, we raid where it's like sometimes we'll try to do raid activities with just two or three of us instead of like the full 6-man team. And when I do that, it's like I definitely like to run void because then it's just easier to obviously to stay alive and pick up my buddies if they die.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, let's keep going. Again, he goes through different lost sectors, just kind of shoots all the guns. I don't know why it's taking so long to load.
I mean, honestly, when it looks that good, you just gotta go ahead and stick with what you got,
Blast furnace here.
Have a favorite shader that they want to put on a weapon, they can remove it and put the shader on.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't shade the ornament.
You can go ahead and photo.
You can't shade the ornament, is what they were saying with those.
Or super black, obviously, when the time arrives.
Yeah.
So Tom, what are you running right now?
I've just been hopping around with all the weapons here. Now I've got Blast Furnace and Elsie's rifle on. I know double primary isn't
Elsie's rifle
always meta,
isn't.
but
We're gonna make it meta for the sake of
they're both pretty solid weapons.
For the purposes of illustration.
Now here's that new perk that you both were talking about, Last Stand.
Again, reminder, this name will be changing in the live version.
Weapon final blows grant bonus damage. Melee and grenade final blows grant a larger damage bonus that can stack.
A larger damage bonus that can stack. So once you get this perk really rolling, it's very strong.
Yeah.
Sustain it.
Nice way to
Which
go
is
and clear
going to
out a
be
bunch
pretty
of
cool. I think that one is not bad. I mean, like, I don't know if I can. Oops, there it was. Weapon final blows grant bonus damage. Melee and grenade final blows grant a larger damage bonus that can stack. So, I mean, you want to get weapon final blows, but then you want to also try to get grenade or melee final blows because you're going to stack that bonus damage for the ability kills. This one, so what I noticed in the video is that the weapon final blows were stacking, were not stacking obviously, but the buff is a 6-second has a 6-second window. So if you're continuing to kill enemies, you got 6 seconds to kill another enemy. That's pretty cool. That's just the basic buff. And then if you were to, engage a boss that has, actively has ads and stuff, that's going to be pretty helpful because if you continue to kill the ads every time you come back to the boss, they're going to be doing damage. If the boss has damage windows where it's like the guy's immune and then you kill everything and then the damage window opens, you're not going to have a lot of that buff. You're going to have it for 6 seconds, and that's, you might get lucky and kill something right before the boss damage window opens up, and if not, then you're not gonna have that that full 6 seconds to do that extra damage. The stacking one, they didn't show it, so I'm not sure what the timer is on the stacks. I'm assuming it's probably similar to that. It might end up being 6 seconds. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see when it comes out. But that could be pretty cool if you were able to get that stacked up a little bit. And then, get the damage from the weapon as well a little bit, and then kind of have those stacked, and then open up fire on the boss. But if it's like an area where you're just clearing mini bosses and stuff, and there's no immunity phases, like you're going to be doing all this stuff, stacking these buffs up, and you'll be doing a lot of extra damage. So that's pretty cool. You'll probably be able to use that more actively if it's not like a real boss fight.
Really creates creates that loop. Honestly, you just become a self-fulfilling prophecy of death at that point, which, as a guardian, is never a bad place to find yourself. Right?
Yeah. It
So we define all this stuff. What are your favorite weapons and roles that have come out of this?
I think at some point they just kind of he just continues to talk about the majority of just the like why they decided to pick these weapons and some of that stuff. Um, and then goes through a couple more lost sectors here. Let me see.
After last week's stream, in chat cheering everyone on. So if everyone out there,
Yeah. So for the most part, I think that was pretty much it. These are some pretty exceptional changes. I mean additions. I'm really happy that they're bringing back some of these old guns. Like these things are inspiring. They make you actually like really want to go out and play this activity. So it's motivating and I'm really looking forward to it. I think that's pretty much it for the most part. Like that's all. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope I hope you guys are too. I really can't wait for Final Shape, but I think that you know this activity is probably going to hold me off and at least keep me entertained enough until until June, and unless if these are really easy to get and I end up getting them all really fast, but I'm hoping that won't happen. I kind of want to have some of that time to work towards it, but I'm looking forward to June. Final Shape, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm looking forward to it, but it's like if it ends up being bad, I'm not sure what I want to do because I don't like spending a lot of money on games that are. I didn't pay for Lightfall at the beginning. I bought it way late, so it's like I got a really good deal on it. But Final Shape, I'm really hoping isn't going to be like a, you know, I really hope it's going to be good because I don't want to spend $100 or whatever on something that's not, not that exciting. But this onslaught activity seems really cool, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. As always, you guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And I'll continue to make interesting videos, hopefully reviews of other things like this as they kind of progress. And again, I'm going to make probably another live stream next next week on Tuesday for the next live stream that they're doing, and go over it again. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.